Can't believe I'm filming in my bedroom from home in my parents' house. This feels really weird. Hey guys, welcome back to my trading journal. I hope everyone is doing well, or as well as you can be during these very trying times. I really just wanted to come out and make this video because this week just gone has probably been my biggest week of learning for trading, hands down, period, full stop. So I'm just gonna put it out there very straight and simple. I made possibly the biggest mistake ever. I made a mistake. You know, it happens. And this is why it's so important to have a very strict trading strategy that you stick to no matter what. Essentially, long story short, I basically lost half of my account. Bruh. And let me just tell you what happened. This is just a series of very unfortunate events that I really could have avoided, okay? It was on Friday, so hang on, what was the date? So on Friday the 20th, I opened a trade with USD JPY, and usually I don't like to hold trades over the weekend anyway, but I still hadn't hit take profit, and I have a particularly high stop loss for this strategy anyway. So I still hadn't hit stop loss, so I was like, okay, you know what, I'll just hold it over the weekend. Bearing in mind, this was during the kind of like decline in terms of going into lockdown. There were rumours that people were self-isolating, but it wasn't really like as strict as it is now. There were only more like passing rumours. It was more like, oh, everyone should just be self-isolating. We weren't in lockdown. So I held USD JPY over the weekend, and then when I revisited the markets Monday morning, everything was still looking as though it was going in my direction. I still had my confirmations, so I decided to hold because I do like to practice patience. I don't like to pull out of a trade, but I really tested my patience this time. And despite being in quite a lot of drawdown, I then decided to open more trades on Monday morning. I then decided to go into a trade with Euro, I think it was Euro AUD. What was it? Oh my god. Ooh. It actually makes me feel a bit sick looking at this again, but whatever. You know what? The USD JP ones were fine. It was the things I did afterwards that really messed me up. Because I actually, so yeah, I ended up pulling out of USD JPY with drawdown, but I'd actually managed to hedge it, which I usually don't do, but I did hedge my drawdown, so I ended up closing in a smaller amount of loss. But it was when I decided to go into NZD CHF, NZD JPY, and Euro USD. Finish him! Hi guys, I'm just gonna butt in here whilst I'm talking because I forgot to mention that during this like episode of panic, I placed trades in gold. XAU USD, which we all know moves very differently, and I went long, didn't quite go my way, so I placed another going short. Both of them closed in red. I really enjoy trading gold, but I don't think I'm gonna go near it until I've got a lot more into my account, because my account size could just not handle the movement, or actually better yet, my mentality just couldn't handle the way that gold moves. So I'm definitely going to need to train myself more in that. So you can see how everything just turned sour very quickly. I was honestly a hot mess, and I find it so funny now that I look back and can reflect on this, because girl was stupid. Anyway, the fact that I was in drawdown anyway meant that then by opening these other trades, I was over leveraging my account. And when you look back, you just think, why did you choose to do that? And it's because of FOMO. And I was just thinking that these opportunities are showing all of my confirmations. If these ones come through, then I would be able to close these ones, and blah, 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 vice versa. But that can turn it into a very vicious circle when you are in a very volatile time in terms of fundamentals. So I really should have been more considerate of my fundamental analysis as opposed to my technicals, because Monday night was when they announced the official lockdown. Boris was on our screens telling us that we are going into lockdown, and it was that night, Monday night, which is when I had the conversation with Jesus. I literally fell asleep watching the charts, and I've never done that before, okay? I fell asleep watching the charts and woke up at 3 a.m. because IM Academy, they were and they still are doing marathons like for 24 hours or something. So there are literally educators on the charts all day and all through the night doing trades with everyone, which is really, really fun. But so I woke up at 3 and essentially half of my account was gone. More than half of my account. Let me take a look at my tracker. 60% of my account essentially was still in the cloud. I hadn't actually lost anything because I hadn't closed the trades, but I was just like, you cannot lose your initial capital. One of the rules is to never ever blow your account. That is not an option. But the thing is, with these other trades that I placed, I hadn't set a stop loss. I didn't set a stop loss. So then Monday night was when I had a conversation with Jesus. I was sweating. The thing is that I realized that I was just emotionally attached to that amount of money because the amount of hours that I put in working for it, and you know, because this was something that I really needed. Like I need that money, do you know what I mean? And actually this tells me that I'm still not ready to be at that level, because you can't be emotionally attached to the money that you're trading with. So really I should have either made a choice to withdraw some of that money to put it towards what I actually needed, or not be trading that high, not be exposing my account that much. So over leveraging, no stop loss, KO. But the important thing is that I didn't blow my account, I didn't lose my initial capital, and I'm still technically on track with my tracker. So as of yesterday, I'm only actually at day 30 of my 30-day game plan. And in terms of my growth, I was actually past day 60. So the fact that I've had this loss has only really taken me back to my 30-day target, which I'm still ahead of anyway. When I just put it into perspective like that, it was just like, you know what, I've only lost profits. There's still so much more room for growth. I'm still technically on track with my growth planner. So I really have nothing to cry about. So I just like bit the bullet. I then set a stop loss for those other currency pairs that I was still in. And I just left it to God. And I was like, you know what? The market could reverse, or it's just gonna take me out and I'm gonna save my capital, and then that is it. And lo and behold, woke up in the morning, stop loss hit. Markets had completely crashed. The pound against the dollar hit the lowest that it has ever been in like recorded history. It came down to, where did it come down to? Sorry, on my laptop here. It came down to 1.14. That is mental. Absolutely mental. And then since then, the pound has been just growing and growing and growing. But basically, that was my mistake. Over leveraging, no stop loss. But you know what, this was a massive, massive learning curve for me. And after I saw that at 3 in the morning, I then spent a further 2 hours planning a whole new risk management strategy, which I have now put in place and I'm using, and I'm so much happier. Like, I know for a fact that I will never lose that many pips again in my whole trading career. Like, that is it. I'm only ever going to make this mistake once. And now that I've got my new risk management strategy, I just feel so much more happy. And you know, seeing red is absolutely okay. Coming out of a trade is absolutely okay, because at the end of the day, there's always tomorrow. The markets aren't going anywhere. We need to get rid of FOMO and scarcity mindset. And you know what? I was just so happy to be out of those trades and take those L's, because I was excited to just get back into the market and catch some more wins. Do you know what I mean? So if I'm in drawdown, I now know exactly the number of pips that I'm willing to lose before I go back into the market again with another strategy. I just feel so much happier, and I'm so excited to just keep growing, and to now go back and hit that 60-day target once again with even more gusto. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I just had to come out here and tell you guys, because this is my trading journal and I want to be absolutely as candid as possible. I don't have many people following this channel, but for those of you who do and who are actually interested in the realism behind trading, like, I absolutely want to give that to you. So I hope this was valuable. I hope you guys can learn from my mistakes. I've learned from other people's mistakes, and I want other people to learn from my mistakes as well. Like, this trading game is absolutely real. You know, you can win big, you can lose big, but the point is that we never blow our account and we just keep growing, keep going and keep growing. That was just super cheesy, I can't even deal. But anyway, that is it from me. I am done divulging and ready to move on. Make sure you guys follow me over on Trade Creative so you can catch up with everything else that I'm doing. Feel free to slide into the DMs if you have any questions or just want to chat. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye.